Well, good Monday morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods. How's everybody doing today? I don't know about you, but I am happy as can be because we are 1 week away from the team charter headed for Oxnard. We are 2 weeks away from me headed out to Oxnard my damn self. I can't believe it. I can't wait. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Oh my God. And take a look here. Oh my God. 52 days. 10 hours, 37 minutes, and 50 seconds until kickoff of the 2022 season. Are you ready? I'm serious. Are you ready for this? You know, it's amazing to me because the talking heads have it both ways. 1 minute they say that the Cowboys are a disappointment because they are so talented. The next minute they tell you that everybody that they have has no talents. I mean, Diggs, sure, he gets all those interceptions, but he gives up a lot of yards. He's not a good cornerback. Micah Parsons, they'll say, yeah, that's a good player. But they'll tell you that, Dak Prescott, he's overrated. He's not a top 10 quarterback. He's middle of the pack. He's Stat Prescott, this, that, and the other, right? They'll tell you, Amari Cooper was everything. He's gone. They'll tell you, Connor Williams, he's everything. Greatest offensive lineman in history. He's gone. They'll tell you, Lyle Collins is the greatest offensive line in history. He's gone. Zeke Elliott, he's washed up. So then how is it if everybody we have, with the exception of Micah Parsons, is average at best, that's overrated, and that are bums and over the hill, then how is it then they say that we're a disappointment? You're already saying that we don't have the talent of the Rams, right? I mean, you can't have it both ways. Either we do have the talent and you're underrating them to be a competitor and we're underachieving, or you're right and we're saying that we have guys that aren't any good, that are average, that are washed up. But you can't have both things at the same time. You just can't. You can't be talented and a Super Bowl contender and overrated average players. It doesn't work that way. And so, this is, of course, the last week of, the bullshit list and rankings and all that stuff and who's going where and the crazy trades and stuff like that. This is the end of it. We are done with that. We are going to be talking about practice. That's right. We're going to be talking about practice here next week. And I'm so happy because I'm tired of it. And I know you're tired of it. I'm tired of it. But I've got to go through one more time because, everybody's out there saying that Zeke Elliott is washed. I'm not going to say Zeke Elliott is the same guy he was as a rookie. Nobody's going to say that. But to say that he is washed, I've got to go to Skip and Shannon on this one because this is where you have been bamboozled. Because they'll go through and they'll say, well, Zeke Elliott, he used to average, 100 yards. Now he's averaging only 60. Well, true. He is averaged 60 yards last year, but he also split the backfield with Tony Pollard and was also with a torn PCL, with an offensive line that wasn't anywhere as near as good as it was in 2016. You cannot honestly look and say that offensive line that we put out there last year was as good as what we had in 2016. You'd be a damn liar. Forget the Pro Football Focus that rated the Dallas Cowboys offensive line one of the best groups in football at the end of the season. That's not the same line. Also understand you went from Jason Garrett, who believed in the run a lot more than Mike McCarthy, who Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore are all about the pass. They do the run kind of like we as husbands do the trash. We do it because we have to do it. We don't do it because we want to do it. No guy gets out there, man, let me go take out the trash. It's like, I got to take out the trash. Keep peace, I got to take out the trash. That's the Dallas Cowboys approach in running the football. You can't compare the yards that Zeke Elliott got when he got 21 carries a game to 13 and say his yards went down without letting you know that he's getting like 8 to 10 less reps every game. Those things do matter. But be that as it may, I want to actually go through here to give you some of the crap that you actually hear. Because if Zeke Elliott's washed up, then there's a lot of other guys that they put on the list better than him that are definitely washed up. Let's go to
Antonio Gibson in D.C.
D.C. came out.
Okay. This is the God's truth is I don't think Zeke belongs even on any. He's not honorable mention. He's not.
This is where it's bullshit.
The rush yards per game.
Come on.
He dipped below 60 yards a game last season.
Okay, so I've read these 1,000 times on the show, but as a rookie, he averaged 109 yards per game. Those numbers have fallen steadily to 98, 96, 85, 65, and 59. So think about this. Over 6 years, he's gone from 109 a game to 59. That's a 50-yard drop. A 50-yard drop over 6 years? What is this decline telling you that he's...
Okay, so let me stop right there because what this is actually telling you here, and this is actually kind of funny, is take a look at this. Take a look at this. These are the amount of carries, 24, 21, 20, 18, 16, 13. So if, hypothetically, let's just say hypothetically, if Zeke were to carry the ball 24 times, and he had 58.9 yards per game last year, we can all agree that Zeke Elliott had a down year last year at 4.2 yards a carry. I'll give you that. If Zeke Elliott were carrying the ball 24 times a game at 4.2 yards, that's an additional 45 yards. Add that plus 58, you actually almost get the same amount of yardage. The reality is this, and Zeke Elliott was injured. Zeke Elliott has never been below 4 yards per carry in any season. And as they go through and they tell you, well, he's washed up. It took him 17 games to get 1,000 yards. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. I'm not disagreeing with that. But as they go through and they talk about guys, they say like Najee Harris, he's better than Zeke Elliott. And he did get 1,200 yards. He did get almost 200 yards more than him. But take a look at his average yards per carry. He averaged 0.3 yards a carry less than Zeke Elliott. How about Joe Mixon? Joe Mixon, on a bad year for Zeke Elliott, now again, he had 1,205 yards, which is great, but he had 292 carries at 4.1 yards a carry. We say Zeke Elliott is done, and he only averaged 4.2. So what does that say about Antonio Gibson, who only averaged 4 yards a carry? And he was healthy. You follow my logic? And for those that say, well, Alvin Kamara, he's a better running back than Zeke. Alvin Kamara only averaged 3.7, a half a yard less every time he touched the football than Zeke Elliott. Yeah, he got 69 yards a game, but he carried the ball more than Zeke Elliott did. Do you see the difference here? Am I lying? Again, look, Zeke Elliott, 4.2. And mind you, now Nick Chubb, he was on another level, great offensive line and a lot of weapons around him. But David Montgomery for the Bears, look, 3.8. Derrick Henry, here's what's amazing. Derrick Henry, who missed half of the season last year, they praised it. Oh, he ain't no Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry only averaged 0.1 yards more per carry than Zeke. 0.1. So you're going to tell me that Zeke Elliott is washed? And to turn around, this is where it really gets even funnier. To turn around and talk about Barkley. Let's see, where's Barkley? To say that he's not even an honorable mention up there with Barkley. Barkley, who had 593 yards and 3.7 yards per carry and can't stay on the field? Are you serious? Christian McCaffrey, who actually makes more per year than Zeke Elliott, who for the last 2 years has been completely injured. You're telling me that Zeke Elliott is not as good as those guys? Do you realize how few guys actually got over 1,000 yards last year? Let's take a look at the list. Jonathan Taylor, 1,800 yards, incredible season. Nick Chubb, 1,259. Joe Mixon, 1,205. Najee Harris, 1,200. Dalvin Cook, 1,159. You got Antonio Gibson at 6 at 1,037, and right there's Zeke. There's only 7 guys that got 1,000 yards. So to turn around and say, well, it took Zeke Elliott 17 weeks to get to 1,000 yards, like he, literally crawled there, and that everybody is making 1,000 yards. But take a look at that list, though. Antonio Gibson averaged less yards. Najee Harris averaged, less yards per carry. He's not done. And he did this, mind you, with a knee with a tore PCL and an offensive line that was not anywhere as good. First half of the season, the offensive line was great. His PCL was good the first 4 games. He was averaging 4.7. 4.7. So I'm going to say that this is kind of some fake juice, but let's go on. Let's go on a little more.
He's in free fall,
decline.
right? He's just like it's a free fall where it's not going to get better because the first 3 years, the 109, 98, 96 led the league in yards per game.
That's Hall of Fame. He's on the Hall of Fame arc.
Yeah, and then he got paid. And I'm not saying he's semi-retired. He just hit the running back wall that a lot of them hit.
Yes.
Here we go into year number 7. He is still, next year, he will be the highest paid running back in pro football at, it's about 12, a little over 12 million a game. Not huge money by other injury past because of a quote-unquote torn PCL last year. I'm not sure how bad it was, and I'm not sure how hampered he was.
But considering, Skip, okay, let's just say for the sake of argument, we do that for last year. What about the year before? Was the injury related? What about the year before
Dak wasn't there.
Injury related?
No, because he's remarkably durable.
So
and so is Russ. And so like last year, I kept saying he plays every game, and you're like, yeah, he plays every game. Like it's a blessing and a curse when you can't perform. So Zeke is always available. And what did Cowboy fans say in that survey in The Athletic?
He's the most overrated Cowboy.
He's the most overrated Cowboy. Who's the most?
I'm not ready to go there on that one, but back to one final thought here as far as, and I'm not going to say that the Cowboys didn't overpay Zeke Elliott, but take a look at Christian McCaffrey. He is actually the highest paid running back. And since he got that contract, he has missed the majority of 2 seasons. Alvin Kamara also is the same per year as Zeke Elliott, $15 million. And he's averaging 3.7 and was injured a lot last year as well. So, yes, Zeke Elliott is making a lot of money. But I tell you, when you need half a yard, are you putting Tony Pollard in there to go up the middle? When you're on the goal line, are you putting Tony Pollard to go up the middle? You got a blitzing linebacker. Who you want to be the running back there covering for your quarterback? Zeke Elliott. I'm not going to say he's going to be Derrick Henry this season, but I look for him to get 1,300 yards. You watch. Zeke Elliott will come back with a vengeance, and he will still be a Dallas Cowboy player next year. And that's all I pretty much have to say about that. I'm just happy as can be that the season is upon us, that we have made it through the long NFL winter, and boy, I just couldn't be happier. Don't forget, tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, our regular live stream from here in the Man Cave. I will be without Michael Anthony Fitness, who is still enjoying his anniversary weekend. Shout out to him and damn Gina. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as well as you ladies. The season is just about here. We're going to have fun. We're going to be doing a whole lot of good stuff for you guys. And don't forget, tonight, everybody who did a super chat, basically everybody who's done a super chat over the last 3 weeks since we had the CSA show, have all new channel members have been entered in our drawings. Tonight we'll be giving away Bob Lilly. We have the Bob Lilly print we'll be giving away. We have DeMarcus Ware we'll probably be doing on Friday to finish it off. No, actually, we also have Michael Irving as well. So we've definitely got you guys. We're going to try and take care of you. And as always, I appreciate you guys. You know how we roll.
Our coach here, as always, I want to thank you all for watching.
watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to